Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a new video for you this week. This one's going to be a different kind of video. I'm going to be setting up my work bullet journal. Now, I've got a new journal to talk you through and to have a look at. It's a completely new brand to me. I've never used these before, but I thought I'd talk you through and show you how it looks. And I thought I'd give you a quick kind of rundown of how I use my bullet journal at work, because once it goes to work, it pretty much stays there, so I don't tend to bring it home. Okay, so first things first, I thought I'd show you my setup for my work bullet journal. So I work in a school. My job at the moment is as an ICT TA, so pre-COVID I would go into each class and help teachers teach computing. I help sort out online safety and teach online safety to the children, do online safety talks. I ran our digital ambassador scheme, where I would get children from all the junior classes and I talk to them about how to be safe online, and then teach them how to be safe, so that then they could do lessons with their classes and then share that information as well. So I've got a bit of a croaky voice today. So my job kind of is in a school. I work from kind of a September schedule round to kind of a July, really, because obviously we have the summers off. I have half terms, so it's more like an academic schedule than like a traditional calendar schedule. So I have a Citridory. I have had this one for several years, probably 3 or 4 years now, and I've been using this for 3 years at school, and it fits 2 journals in. I have a journal for the current year and a journal for the previous year, and I've pretty much just been using up old journals that I've had lying around. So this is a Dingbats. I really enjoyed this one. I'll talk you through what this one looks like. And I had this one, in fact I think I got this one for my husband because he was going to take up bullet journaling, and I thought he might like, his favourite colour was orange, so I got him an orange one. This is another orange one because he used a bullet journal for work for a while, and he used a few pages from it and then didn't use the rest of it. So this one was not last year, previous year to that. This one was my last year's bullet journal. As you can see, just kind of using up old ones. This is my printer code. Probably ought to not have that on there. So that's my daughter when she was really little. I'll talk you through my setup in the Dingbats, and then I'll talk you through the Leuchtturm and then the new journal that I've got. One of the reasons I like my Citridory is because it keeps everything in one place. And especially at the beginning of the year, I tend to find lots of things in the previous year's journal that's really helpful. So when you open up your Dingbats, you get this lovely front cover, and then there's nothing bad on there, you can't see. So this was what I did for my bullet journal. I didn't do this last year, but I did a colour code, and I colour coded all my notes for a while anyway. And then you'll see down the side of my book these strips of colour. These kind of correspond to what is relevant on those pages. And then, like, the setup is so quick. I did a future log so that I knew what was going to be coming up. And then I have term 1, and these are just the dates for the first term, and anything that I knew was coming up. And then we didn't really kind of need much more else because I work from week to week. Sorry. I am going to quickly stop and see if I can find a weekly from this bullet journal that I can show you, that doesn't contain information that you can't see. Okay, so this one's not too bad. So my weekly is the same every week, from week to week. Nothing's different. And I've been using this system for the last 3 years. It works for me. It's super quick to set up. It takes me all of about 2 minutes to set up on a Monday morning, and it works. So I have the week broken down. So I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have a space for notes. Then each afternoon I spend, or I did pre-COVID, spent my time in a different year group. So this is just what we were doing in each of those lessons. 4, 5, and then I had a space for things that were coming up next week, and that's it. Super quick, and I do that every week after week after week. It goes in. The reason why I pick up a bullet journal rather than a planner with this kind of layout is because I have pages where I have just random notes of talks and things that might be going on, or notes from kind of things I've seen, or I might be doing some research on things that we might be interested in using it at school and that kind of stuff. So, or it might just be a random to-do list. So the reason I like the bullet journal is just that freedom that you get, where you can just turn the page and the next page can be whatever you want it to be. This is last year's journal. Now, it is different because COVID happened, and for a while I was literally just working in like the traditional bullet journaling method and just making a list, and from week to week it was just a bullet journal list. It was just a list with bullet points of tasks that I wanted to try and get through and get done, and I would tick them off, cross them off, move them, migrate them to the next week, etc, etc. It was incredibly basic, but I'll show you how the Leuchtturm kind of is set up. This is my space bob in vinyl I stuck on the front just to make it look a bit nicer. In my notes randomly. You get a title page here. No idea why that's on that page there. My feature log, same again. You can see that it's very different this year because, well, I haven't put anything in there. I wrote July out wrong, and if you ever make your future logs like this, you know how easy it is to go wrong, but I never actually fixed it. I just stuck a piece of paper over it and that was it. So 1 is done, and then I'll see if I can find you a week that we can look through. Okay, so this was the first week of the year. It's exactly the same as the previous years, the ones that I did then, except I haven't got the space for the classes because my role was to go from class to class, from day to day, and obviously you can't do that when you're working in bubbles. So I actually spent a whole term with one year group because we worked in year group bubbles. So I didn't have that day-to-day bit that I had to worry about, so I just used the whole width. And that was pretty much the same all the way through. And again though, I mean, apart from when we were in lockdown, because during lockdown I worked again back in that traditional bullet journal list where it was just a list of jobs that I needed to get done. But again, the bullet journal offers that freedom. So they are my previous work bullet journals. You can see how different they are to my personal bullet journal, which are, you know, very decorated, as opposed to the work ones, which are just totally functional. So this turned up today. I looked on Amazon. I was like, I need a relatively cheap notebook, dot grid. I want it to be yellow because yellow is my favourite colour, and I haven't had a yellow one for a while. In fact, I think I've ever had a yellow work one because the work ones have always been kind of old ones that I've used up. So I found this one on Amazon. I think it was about £10 something or other, and it was a Prime item, so I could get it next day delivery. And I unboxed it, and I thought I'd kind of show you how it looked or how it came. So it's from the Little Journal Company. I mean, it's really nice. It feels, it's just that kind of fake leather, but it's soft, it's nice. And it's got this embossed pineapple on the front, which is quite cute too, but it feels really nice. You've got your elastic and a pen loop, Oh, that's cute. We've got a thank you card and a stencil. I wonder if the girls will enjoy that. How do I get them out on the side of that? I don't use stencils in my bullet journals because I don't need to. I'm quite happy just freeballing it, but that's nice. I'm sure my girls would enjoy making shapes and things with that. And then thank you card. That's really nice. Nice little touch. Lovely. Right. So we've got this quote. Do it. This journal started on and belongs to. It's nice paper. Feels quite thick. The Little Journal Company. Then we've got key, index. I'm rubbish at using my index in personal and work journals, so I don't know if I'll be using them, but it's nice that they're there. Pen test page. Nice. It does feel quite nice and thick. It feels like similar to the old Scribbles That Matter paper. Full pages of pen tests, and then straight into dot grid, and they are numbered, but this one starts on page 1 here, so the previous pages are not numbered, which is nice. So that's the same all the way through, and we get 183 pages. We've got, where's that? We've got a ribbon, nice yellow ribbon to match the outside of the journal, and we've got a pocket in the back, which I tend to stick all those bits of really important paperwork in that I need to keep. Nice, and it lays flat really nicely too. I like it, not bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my future log. I would use my calendars, but I haven't got any spare stickers at the moment, and my printer is being fixed, so I can't print and cut anymore. I'll see what I've got if I've got any spare ones. I'm going to do future log, term 1 dates, and then I will probably set up my first weekly, and then that'll be it. Okay, so I'm going to kind of just work this out with you. So I have 26 across, and there's 37 down. So if I leave this one in between, that leaves me 36, which is 18. So if I do 18, miss a line, and 18, and then if I do 8, miss 1, 8, miss 1, 8, miss 1, which would be 24, and the 2, which would be 26. So there we go, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to quickly just go through and put pencil lines in just on the corner so I know where they are, and then I will go in with my trusty Staedtler pigment liner. I might get some Mildliners out and see if I can add a little bit of colour to it, and then I'll probably use a 0.1 for the actual numbers because it's nice and fine and it'll get in there. So I'll probably stop and then speed you up super quick. well, I managed to get through that without making too many major mistakes, apart from writing October where November was meant to be. I think all the numbers are in the right places, and I managed to get all the orders of the days of the week in the right way. So I'm going to call that a win. I'm going to grab my Mildliners and see if I can add some colour, because it's pretty boring at the minute and might make it a little bit nicer to look at. It's like pink, pink, pink or pink. Let's go for the other one. It's the gold coloured one. I'm just going to go super easy. I'm going to highlight across the middle of the month. Like that. And then I might highlight the days of the week. And then I'm going to quickly grab my term dates up. So I'm going to block out holiday in grey. So that's holiday. Holiday. There we go. That's my feature log. I'm going to do term 1 term dates here over these 2 pages. So there's my term 1 dates. This works essentially like my monthly would do. Put all the things that are happening for the term in here, and then that then gets transferred into my weeklies. I tend to start off the year pretty well using the first termly one, and then it drops off as I go out through the year. But I've colour coded it, so the grey weeks are the ones that are before the year begins, and then all my weekends are highlighted in this yellow, or mild lighted in the yellow. I've got the days of the week down the side along with the dates, and then I've marked off half term over here. I managed to fit September on this page and October on that page. It's quite straightforward. And then I think I will quickly lay out my first weekly, just so that I don't have to count it on the first day back. So I think it's 37 down. So, and I split it into 3. So if I take 4 off at the beginning, that leaves me with 33, which then divides nicely into 3. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the rest will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the Mildliner to draw these lines in. I'm I'm gonna have, use my thick pen. Oh, and I haven't missed my month. Never mind. I'll do that on this page. So I'm gonna have Monday. This is notes. And then I think I'm gonna make a space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for my afternoons. If I use them, I use them. If I don't, I don't. But at least they are there and ready to go. I can't put what year group I'm likely to be in. First week of school is always a bit odd. Well, first couple of weeks, because we have learn to learn weeks where the children get to meet their teachers and go on camps and that kind of stuff. So whether or not I'm needed in class at that point, I don't know, but I will definitely be needed in missing control. Next week in here, so I expect that'd be pretty helpful. I'm going to write the date, which will be September the 6th is the first one. So and then this is probably the most elaborate weekly I'll have for the whole year. So I've got my space for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, my space for notes, a space for anything that needs to happen in the afternoons, and a space for things that need to happen in the next week. Got my date at the top. What I tend to do in this section on this page is put my priorities for the week. So if there's things that I need to remember, they go in here. Or if there's something that is really important, that's like the biggest thing for that week, that goes in here too. Just so that it's like my eyes drawn to it, I know that's where my important stuff goes. So that's it. This is how my bullet journal for my work is set up. It's how it's going to be used. As I said, once this goes in with me on that first day back, which for me is the 3rd, it probably won't come home until the summer holidays, because everything that I need will be in there. It stays in school, it doesn't come home. There's no reason for it to come home unless we go into a lockdown, in which case I will be bringing it home again. But that's it. Super easy. I will probably take this pen and this pen to work with me this year. Maybe this one, I like this one too. I do have a couple of Mildliners that I use at work, but I'll probably bring those ones home and then use these ones this year just to kind of mix it up. The Mildliners are the only colour that I use within my bullet journal at work. As I said, it's purely functional, and I do like to use them to help me colour code or to pick out something that I need to kind of draw my attention to, so for me it's important. It tends to be, I tend to pick a colour to set up my weeklies with, just so that it looks a bit nicer, a bit, you know, a bit of colour, but that's it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly swap these over so that my new bullet journal is in my Citradori, and then that's it, that's everything set up. Okay, so I took my previous two out off camera because as I was trying to do it on camera, I realised that actually there was a load of really important stuff that I couldn't show you. So I've taken my old Dingbats one out. Oh, sorry for banging you. This one will go back to school with me, and it goes in my drawer with all my old previous year bullet journals in case there's information in there that I haven't migrated over to my new one. And then it's there for me to flick back through. So this will go and join those in my drawer at work. And then this is last year's bullet journal, which I have just stuck in the back using the two elastics there. Put that in the back of my Citradori, and then I'm going to put my new one in. And then I might need to, I don't want to take that out though because it's so cute. This is about 4 years ago. We were on the walk in Dartmoor. So I tend to use the elastics in these to flick around the back of my back cover, just because I don't need the elastics in these at all, because it's all held together by the Citradori anyway. So I just tend to flick it around the back cover like this so that it doesn't get in the way. and like hang around. So I'm just going to pop this through. Trying to avoid my camera so I don't hit you. Into the back cover, and then I'm going to pull the last one round the front cover. Stretch. There we go. Like that, and then there we go. They are sat quite nice and snug in there. I love that yellow. As you all are probably aware by now, yellow is my obsession. As I said, I'm going to take these in with me, so I'm going to stick one of them in there, one of them in there, and one of them in between. That's my way I'll carry them in. And there we go, all set and ready to go for the beginning of term. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the different kind of video it was today. As I said, you probably won't see it again, this journal, until possibly next year if I set my next one up. But yeah, that's it. That's the last you'll see of it. There might be the odd picture and stuff, but I don't show it, I don't share it. There's information that I can't share. As I said, it's purely functional. It's not exactly a pretty thing to look at. It's just there for my work, to make notes, so I know what I'm doing from day to day. So that's it. So thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, click the like button and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.